Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, August 29th, and I'm back breaking down a few more plays in the MLB. We're going to be looking at the San Diego Padres going up against the St. Louis Cardinals as the first play of the day. And then the best play of the day will be a match between the Kansas City Royals and the Houston Astros. Four total player props, with the two best player props being towards the end of the video. We also have the home run parlay and the ladder challenge once again. Hope everybody enjoys their Thursday, and let's break down some ball. All right, guys, let's get into this graphic from Wednesday night. Currently, nothing has finished. I am recording at 8 o'clock Central Time. Most of our games are late. Tyler Fitzgerald, I will say, only one at bat so far, over one. O's have not started yet. Chris Sale dominating right now. No runs given up through 5 innings. I believe 5 strikeouts as well. Blue Jays in a battle with Boston right now, 1-0 in the top of the eighth as I'm watching it right now. Vladdy does have a single in the game. We'll need one more, and then Gunnar Henderson has not started for the Orioles, so that one we'll see. So far 0 for 0. Looking for a 6-0 day. Probably not going to get the 6-0 day, but I will take it. Here's the leaderboard updated from the other day. So still 53 and 40, 13 games above 500. Haven't gotten a sweep in a little bit. Let's try to get the sweep today. We're going to be looking at the San Diego Padres going up against the St. Louis Cardinals as the first play of the day. This game is basically a toss-up, and I'm going to take the Padres in this one because they have been the best team in baseball ever since the All-Star break, after the Diamondbacks have struggled a little bit over the last couple games. I like the pitching matchup in this one. I know that some people who watch this channel, they don't like Sonny Gray. I've got no problem with Sonny Gray. He has been pretty bad, though, for the Cardinals over the last several games. He's coming into this one with a 4.07 ERA, 1.13 whip. Not the worst numbers on the season, but over the last 10 games, we have not seen some very good starts out of him. He's now given up 2+ runs in 10 consecutive games. And he's also given up 5+ runs in 50% of those games. So he is having some bad starts mixed in with some decent starts. I can't really say that he has had a good start over the last several games, and that's really the problem in this one. The Padres, they're also the best team in baseball going up against right-handed pitching, and it's not close in terms of batting average. They're coming in with a 276 batting average. But the way Sonny has been pitching recently, giving up 7+ hits and stuff in the last 10 games, you have to think that the Padres are going to find a way to put some runs in this one. On the other side, Michael King is going to get the ball for the Padres. He's been excellent for them over the last 9 games, only having one bad start against the Pittsburgh Pirates. In that game, he gave up 3 runs, didn't put his team out of the game. It just wasn't a quality start. In the other 8 games, he has 8 quality starts, giving up under 2 runs in every game, going 6+ innings in all of those games, but a couple. He's also been striking out a lot of people over the last 5 or 6, having 7+ strikeouts in 4 of the last 5. I like the play here. I'm not entirely sure why the Padres are only -110 right now, so I'm going to take them here on the money line as the play. For the player props on the screen, we're going to be taking a look at Manny Machado to go over 1.5 bases against Sonny Gray. Apparently, this guy's name's not Manny, it's Manuel. So I need someone to do a deep dive on that because I keep calling him Manny. I see Manuel everywhere now. I've been calling him Manny his entire career, so has everybody else, I feel like. But whatever he wants to go by, he's having a pretty good season for the Padres. 272 batting average. He has been really good against right-handed pitching this season. That's going to be the matchup in this game, coming in with a 270 batting average with 19 doubles, 15 home runs in the year. I mentioned the struggles for Mr. Gray, having 7+ hits in 7 of the last 10 games that he's been in. I like the play here from Manny or Manuel. Over 1.5 bases as the play there. For the best play of the day, we're going to be looking at the Houston Astros going up against the Kansas City Royals. These two teams, they played this afternoon on Wednesday. The Kansas City Royals were on their way to another win. They were going to be at the top of that division, but the bullpen said not so fast, gave up 4 runs in the 7th inning, and they were never able to regain the lead. The Astros, on the other hand, just got off watching that game. The rookie Spencer Adegetti, he was on the mound. He had himself a no-hitter through 7 innings of work, finally gave up a hit, which really should not have been a hit. The third baseman kind of made an error, in my opinion. It did go down as a hit, not an error. It was kind of a simple pick play for Alex Bregman. He would have got the job done. I say simple pick play for an MLB player, not for myself. I probably would have pissed my pants seeing the ball come at me that fast. But the Astros also put up a double-digit runs in that game. 3 home runs as well by the big guy, Alvarez. I like them in this game to take care of business against the Royals. First 5 -0.5 as the play. It's going to be a match between Brady Singer and Hunter Brown. And usually I'd say Brady Singer has the advantage in this one, but Hunter Brown, he's been so good recently for the Astros. This guy has not given up over 2 runs in 4 consecutive games. And if you take a look at the last 8 games, he has only given up over 2 runs one time, also against the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's given up 1 run or less in 5 of the last 10 matches as well, bringing in a 3.72 ERA and a 1.32 whip. But I think the most impressive thing and the most important thing has been the team is finally getting wins whenever he's on the mound. This guy at the beginning of the season, he was a disaster for the Astros, but he's now has a winning record, 11 wins, 7 losses, and he's been pitching the best out of anybody in this rotation out of the last several months. I think he's going to get the job done here in this game. On the other side, Brady Singer, he's coming off a disastrous start against the Phillies, and that's been the new normal for him over the last 5 games, giving up 11 hits and 5 runs to the Phillies in that game. That now makes 4 of the last 5 games that he's given up 3+ runs, giving out a total of 18 runs in this stretch. He had a 2.82 ERA before these 5 games, but now that's sitting at 3.38 with a 1.25 whip. And I'm not going to get on him too much because he has been pretty good on the season, but this 5 game stretch has been very bad, especially whenever the Royals are fighting for that #1 spot in the division. They really need their ace to show up. He is not pitching well. He's been getting beaten up early in these games. He has given up 8+ hits in 3 of the last 4 games. The Astros are coming off that double-digit performance against the Phillies. I think we're going to see the exact same thing in this one. Give me the Astros here, first 5 minus 0.5 as the play. For the player prop on the screen, I don't have to break this play down at all. You watched Alvarez hit those 3 home runs yesterday going up against the Phillies. You should probably take him in this one going up against the Royals. I was only able to catch the last home run. It was an absolute piss missile to deep center field, getting every stitch of that ball. I don't have to sit here and tell you guys that he's seeing the ball well because you just saw it the other day. He hit 3 home runs and 3 home runs in a row, back to back to back. He's going to get a chance for the 4th home run in the row going up against Brady Singer in the first at-bat. He has been getting the job done going up against right-handed pitching. He got it done yesterday going up against right-handed pitching. I like everything about Yordan Alvarez in this game. I'm going to take him over 1.5 bases here as the play. Let the big dog eat. For the best player props of the day, we're going to start with the batting props. You're just going to have to trust me on this one. We're going to start by looking at Riley Green of the Detroit Tigers to go over 1.5 bases going up against Jack Kokonwalowitzki. I don't even know the guy's I don't even know his pronunciation. I just don't. I know the stats. I'm just going to call him Jack. Jack is a rookie this season for the Angels. He's the number 9 prospect in their entire farm system. And so far, he has not been the best for them at the Major League level. He has been in 5 total games. He does give the Angels a lot of innings, going 6+ innings in 3 consecutive games. But he has given up 2+ runs in every game and 6+ hits in every game so far. He's coming in with a 6.08 ERA and a 1.54 whip. He lets a lot of people on base. And so far, he has given up 4 home runs. Now, the numbers on the screen for Riley Green, they are not the best going up against the sinker, which we are going to see probably a ton in this game. He's only hitting that 258 against the curveball. He's only hitting that 152 on the season, but going up against right-handed pitching, he is hitting 278 on the year, 35 extra base hits. This is where I need you guys to trust me because going up against the Angels, they made a point not to throw Riley Green a fastball because that's what he's been smashing this season. Going up against the right side, they threw him sinker after sinker after sinker after sinker, and at the end of the day, the 3rd time around, going up against that pitch, he sent a nuke out of the park. The exact same thing applies here unless somebody in the bullpen comes in early as a left-handed pitcher. Riley Green, he cannot hit against left-handed pitching. This is a right-handed pitching. Hopefully for the first 3 at-bats, I expect him to get an extra base hit against that sinker once again. I watched his at-bats against the Angels a couple days ago. I'm very confident he can handle the sinker in this one. Give me the over 1.5 bases as the play there. For the pitching prop tonight, we're going to be looking at the young kid, Hayden Birdsong of the Giants, to go over 2.5 runs against the Brewers. If you guys haven't been watching the Brewers over the last couple months, I don't blame you. I don't like the Brewers either, but looking at the numbers for this team, they are one of the best teams in baseball on both sides of the ball. I'm not entirely sure how they're not being talked about as one of the best teams in baseball, but they are very good according to the numbers. This team is very good going up against right-handed pitching. They have a 253 batting average. That is top 8 in baseball, and they're not horrible against the fastball. Definitely not their best pitch to hit, but they will do enough damage with it in this game. I think the damage is going to come from Hayden Birdsong having some command problems because that's what we've been seeing over the last several games. And whenever he does get into some problems, he's going to throw an off-speed pitch right over the middle of the plate, and it's going to be trouble. His command over the last several games has been way off. He's given up 26 walks in 45 innings. That is way too many walks, in my opinion, given up. He has also given up 7 over the last 2 games, only going 4 innings in 3 consecutive. The Brewers have been a very good hitting team this season. They are very patient at the plate. I think they're going to be patient in this game, draw a few walks, and then, like I said, somebody is going to find a curveball or a slider right over the middle of the plate. He's going to miss the pitch, and it's going to be a home run sending in 2 or 3 runs. This is really going to be Hayden Birdsong killing himself, not the Brewers hitting around on him. I just think he's going to draw a lot of walks, and then one pitch is going to cost him the over 2.5 runs. So I'm going to take the over runs here for the young man, over 2.5 as the play there. Let's go over to the home run parlay and ladder challenge. Right now, we're on day number 2. Hopefully, we get to day number 3. Trey Turner did hit for us on Wednesday. We need Tyler Fitzgerald to have a hit, and we need Gunnar Henderson to have a hit. Tyler Fitzgerald already won at bat, didn't get a hit, but Gunnar Henderson has not started. Hopefully that one has. We have Jake Berger for the home run parlay as well with Gunnar Henderson, so neither of those have started either. So might have a 1-1 record on the home run parlay, might have a 2-0 record for the ladder challenge, but this is what it's going to be for tomorrow for the home run prop. We're going to be looking at the smaller guys to get the job done. George Springer of the Blue Jays, Mookie Betts of the Dodgers. We're going to start with Mookie Betts because he's getting a matchup going up against Cade Povich, a left-handed pitcher for the Orioles, who has given up 5 home runs over the last 5 games, coming in with a 6.10 ERA, giving up 5+ hits in 7 consecutive starts. Mookie Betts this season. He's still batting 300, even with all those injuries. But against left-handed pitching this season, 327 batting average, above 500 slug percentage. I like him to go yard in this one against Cade. For George Springer, he's getting a matchup going up against Cutter Crawford, a right-handed pitcher, and that's exactly what we need for George Springer, who has 16 of his 19 home runs against the right side this season. He has been struggling a little bit this year, but he does have a slug percentage of 419 against the right side with a 231 batting average. Not great, but the slug percentage on the left side against left-handed pitching, below 300, below 200 batting average. You got to take this guy going up against right-handed pitcher. And Cutter Crawford, as you guys know, if you've been watching, he's been struggling over the last several games for the Red Sox. So I like both these guys here to hit home run as the home run parlay there. For the ladder challenge, I'm going to be going to Mookie Betts. Just talked about him for the home run. I'm going to take Riley Green, the best player prop of the day, to have at least one hit. And then Francisco Lindor getting a matchup against Rain Nelson tomorrow in the Arizona Diamondbacks. This is a right-handed pitcher. That Lindor is going to get the opportunity to go against a switch hitter here for Lindor. And against the right hitting and pitching this season, 41 extra base hits, 106 hits in total, 268 batting average. Nelson over the last several games have been giving up way too many hits, 5+ hits in 3 of the last 4 games, and 5+ hits in 7 of the last 10 games as well. Go ahead and add Lindor here as one of the plays for the ladder challenge. So a 3-man ladder there for tomorrow. Hopefully it is day number 3 there. Let's take a look at the recap graphic for Thursday. We're going to be taking Padres here on the money line against the Cardinals. Manny Machado over 1.5 base against the Cardinals as well. Yordan Alvarez, the big man, over 1.5 base against the Royals. Astros for 5, minus 0.5 as the play there. Hayden Birdsong over 2.5 runs against the Brewers. And then Riley Green over 1.5 bases going up against the Los Angeles Angels. Guys, let's go do it for the MLB picks and props for Thursday, August 29th slate of games. If you guys enjoy the content, please sure drop a like on this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.